Today in Abaco, it's amazing when you listen to the negative people, the naysayers. Oh, if Kai be elected, he'll get thrown out of House Assembly. Like, wow. I just sit back and laugh when I see the leader of the opposition, Brave Philip Brave Davis, was thrown out of the House Assembly again. See the difference between Kai Mills and Brave Davis. When Kai Mills would have been thrown out of House Assembly, it would have gained some dividend. Something positive would have happened to Abaco. I asked the people from San Salvador and all those people that he represents that he don't see until the moon turned blue. Ask them San Salvadorian why he got thrown out of the House Assembly. Was it for them? Was he fighting for them? Or was he fighting for his own ego? As leader of what? When last have he fought for anything for those people that he didn't see? I am not even the member of parliament for North Abaco. And I have been fighting for more than my member of parliament has been fighting, and he's a minister. I haven't seen one thing or heard one thing in House Assembly or out of House Assembly that both members of parliament for Abaco has been fighting for. And you know what? As bad as they are, there'll be some people that'll be rode at the poll, dressed around like a red clown. As bad as James Albury is, some people can't change. They will be right at the poll voting for James Albury. Even my buddy Chad Sawyer, that called him James Bond. James Bond rolled over in his grave when he heard that name. James Bond, if he was running today, Chad Sawyer, Roscoe Thompson, Dale Hill, all that crew that couldn't wait for the rain to stop falling to put James Albury stickers up. Man, if I had the crew that James Albury had behind him during his election, I will be member of parliament every year. Those white boys work like slaves. Sometimes they couldn't even wait for the rain to stop falling to put up more of James Albury's poster. The diehards don't go nowhere. And trust me, if James Albury were to run again, that same crew will be lined right up, putting up those posters. When you send a boy to do a man's job, you see what happens? Now they're sending a woman to do a man's job. I wonder who's going to be in line to put up those posters. But just hold on off that right now, because as of now, the PLP, this is one of those smiling moments. I just showing y'all my pretty white teeth, that the PLP, the Progressive Liberal Party, lost another white hope. I don't know if that's the reason why Brave got thrown in the House Assembly, is because he can't find a white man to run for South and Central Abaco for the Progressive Liberal Party. But there's one man that I know, and most of them think he's old. The FNM think he's old. The PLP thinks he's old. But there's a man up there called Edison Key. He's smarter. Once Edison he ain't got no Alzheimer's. Edison's smarter than Dr. Menace. If Edison Key would have been running the Bahamas, we would have been in a better condition. If Edison Key, you see, you got to be careful what y'all ask for. All of y'all sitting AID, and say Edison was too old. It's time he go. He was in a real F&M. And y'all picked the young gun, the young blood, James Albury. Boy, y'all wish y'all had Edison right now. You wouldn't have had that big question mark. Even if the PLP would have picked Edison. I know PLP and I know F&M, but I know Edison Key. And if he would have get the PLP nomination today, that is the only old man that will win the Progressive Liberal Party fight again. But they're looking at his age. They're not looking at productivity and what he has done to and for the residents of South and Central. You put James, and y'all pick James over Edison Key. And James can't carry Edison jockstrap, can't carry his socks. He was dead in the water his first year. That's when you don't know what you know. You all thought because he had, what did you say he had? What did he study in college? Political science? What political science? What he got in that political science? Edison didn't finish high school. He never studied political science, but he could teach Brave, Dr. Minnis, all of them in the House Assembly, because he's a people person. Which one of them that are in the ruling party will be elected today? Again, look at my MP. Why would you vote for my MP again? Edison would have come around and bring some food, bring some lumber. He would have listened with the old people. He would have heard their stories, good or bad, and he would have intervened. That's what Edison would do as an old man. But we got a young man in Darren Henfield. He's here every weekend. But he forgot his role as an MP. He is a servant. You think if Edison Key was a minister in this weightless F&M government, we wouldn't have been better off today? North or South? Put Edison North or South. I'm just telling you about a person. If Edison was North, he would have been speaking, yelling, crying for Abaco. If he was South, North or South, you would have known that there's somebody in House Assembly fighting, because you would have heard the name Abaco and he would have said what he's fighting for. 2 years in after the most devastating hurricane, this weightless F&M government has not fought for the old, the young, nor in between. Neither have this F&M government came and visit and see what is needed. They put Hiram Lewis there, and then they promoted him. He did nothing to be promoted. How could you be promoted and you got a dark egg with your performance? And now he's a new minister, destroying a new ministry. And then we have Pakeisha Parker. Where is she? What does she know? Did she speak to the residents of Grand Bahama or Abaco since getting this new ministry? I see her. I only see her